the Entertainment Software Association has been in full support of Sopa ever since that it started. Now the thing is, the ESA has pretty much comprised of a bunch of the biggest video game companies that we're all used to. You know, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Capcom, Konami, Namco, Bandai, you name it, they're pretty much on there. Well, the thing is, by them saying that they support it, that means that everybody that's listed within the ESA, it pretty much is saying, you know, by proxy, that they support Sopa, whether they said that or not. It's just because the ESA in general decided to support it. Now the thing is, recently it's come to light that many of the companies are now pulling their support individually, taking their moniker from the actual Sopa bill. And, you know, that's a really good thing. But there was something funny about it. So we had Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, all of which had said, no, we're good. We're really not going to be part of this. Which really is a joyous occasion for many gamers out there, because quite frankly, I don't like the idea of any company that I essentially support in many different ways, from hardware to software, from publishing to developing, to go and say that they support something that has such terrible ramifications that's pretty much going to be spread across the entire world and have such a negative impact on its consumer base that it's like, supporting you would honestly fucking piss me off. You know, any further than that, because it's like, I detest this one thing that obviously affects me and many people that I know. Yeah, you're going to support it. Well, they pulled their support. I think that, you know, hearing the outcry of millions upon millions of people is pretty much a given that you obviously shouldn't be part of this. But the thing is, there is one funny thing. People had brought it to my attention that Capcom did in fact support it. As a matter of fact, not only did they support it, but they went on record to support it. So this wasn't just one of those things that by proxy they supported because they were part of the ESA. No, they actually went out of their way to say, we as a company are going to go on record right now, and we are going to say that we support it. And this is what they said. As an industry of innovators and creators, we understand the importance of both technological innovation and content protection, and do not believe the two are mutually exclusive. Rogue websites, whose singularity devoted to profiting from their blatant illegal piracy, restrict demand for legitimate video game products and services, thereby costing jobs. Our industry needs effective remedies to address this specific problem, and we support the House and Senate proposals to achieve this objective. We are mindful of concerns raised about a negative impact on innovation. We look forward to working with the House and Senate and all interested parties to find the right balance and to find useful remedies to combat willful wrongdoers that do not impede lawful product and business model innovation. Now, this is straight from Capcom. This isn't something that, you know, was just cooked up by some PR. No, this is coming straight from Capcom. Now, the funny thing is that due to the overwhelming backlash, obviously, because nobody's going to fucking fully support you in this kind of bullshit when it does nothing but fuck over your fans, well, then they decided that they were going to do a 180. And the funny thing is, that's one of the reasons why I didn't immediately decide to respond about Capcom saying that they fully supported it. Because I had a feeling that they were going to try to weasel their way out of it. See, they decided that after saying that, well, shit, we just basically bent ourselves over and fist-fucked ourselves. Ooh, how do we undo this? I know, let's say this. We've only ever stated that the ESA represents us in legislative matters. We have not stated any stance on our support for Sopa. Inferring more than that is bad journalism. We're inferring? Inferring, really. And it's all based around bad journalism. Allow me to bust out the big old fucking quotation marks for that. Bad journalism. Yes. Well, that's very cute and all, but when you literally just bluntly say that you support it, and then turn around and say, oh, well, no, we don't, that's just bad journalism, that's called painting yourself into a corner, or burying yourself under your own bullshit. I like to stick with the latter of the two, because you have buried yourself under your own bullshit. As a matter of fact, how many times have I talked about you burying yourself under your own bullshit and doing something very fucking stupid, whether it was, you know, to the fans or to your fucking developers, whatever the case is. Now we're getting to politics. So pretty much as Capcom always does, they pretty much want to piggyback and turn around and blame something else other than, you know, taking responsibility for what they said. I would respect them a lot more if they just admitted, we didn't make the right decision, we didn't look into it enough, we didn't understand, whatever it was. If they literally just admitted that they fucked up, it's okay to make mistakes. I don't mind if people make mistakes. I really don't. Especially about something this big. Okay, whenever you have the ESA representing you in the Sopa bill, which, you know, to big companies, looks like it's supposed to be doing good for you, but in all reality, it's pretty much just a big facade and some big veiled bullshit, as we already know. But here's the thing. They can't do that. They have to go and point the finger. I mean, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, none of them sat there and were like, made fucking excuses or anything like that. I mean, granted, they didn't go and outright say, we supported 100%, and then just like a couple days later go, oh, no. We're not doing that. See, that was all, that was bad press in journalism and stuff, and some whack job just writing stuff who wasn't us, even though it came from one of our higher-ups, but fuck you. Just fuck you. But no, in all seriousness, it's just extremely irritating. So while I am extremely happy that we do have, you know, major key players in ESA pulling their support completely, we do have Capcom doing a herpa-derp-derp. But whatever, at least that they're now in the no zone. That's a really good thing. The more companies that get on board, I would like to see the entire ESA just, you know, two big old middle fingers to the whole entire fucking Sopa bill, because I'm sorry, but it's not Stop Online Piracy Act, it's Absolute Fucking Bullshit Act, okay? So, yeah. I think that's what it really should be called, because that's what we all know it is. Anyway, so I wanted to go and talk about that because I thought it was kind of interesting that many of us were under the impression that all these companies were a go, but meanwhile it was just because they were represented by just, you know, one thing, and that was the ESA. So lucky for us, they are pulling support. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this? There are many other companies that have not actually said anything yet. They're still being reached for comment. They haven't gone back to anybody, and there's still things being worked out. So I will leave links to everything down below so that you can see it. From the comments from Capcom and everything, to the information about the ESA and everybody that is part of it, so that you can go and read it yourselves. But it is a pretty big deal that they do pull their support, and I am crossing my fingers that they use all of their bountiful common sense, assuming that they actually have any, you know, when it comes to this, and they actually have any regard for their fucking consumer base. Us, the fans. So hopefully that they do. Anyways, I would like to hear what you have to say. The world should have to hear what you have to say. Just like with the entire Sopa video that I made, make your voice heard by commenting. By making a video response, pass the video around, make your own videos, pass them around, whatever the fuck it is that you need to do, do it. So this is a big deal. Like I said, it's going to be happening very soon. We seriously have got, what, like a week and a half left now before this is going to get passed anyway. Do what you can. This is Alpha Omega Sin. As always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on.